started out, my son called me and says, "Hey, Dad, keep your eyes out. There's a horse that got loose up on the ridge." All right. So I was taking the dog out for a walk. I come around the corner of the house. He's standing by the house. We come around. We scare each other. He takes off. He takes off for the woods. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to spend the night. And every day he'd leave in the morning, go visit, and come back. And then we get to the point where they drop grain off for him, so that he'd get to the point where I could hold onto the bucket. He'd stick his head in. And he would.
How long a period of time are we talking about?
I think it took about a week or so to get him to eat out of the bucket.
To trust you.
Yeah, and then I couldn't touch
10
him.
days.
I couldn't touch him.
Still couldn't touch him, but he would come to you to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was towards the end, he didn't leave. He stayed all day. He'd actually see me lay down. He started putting the round. He said, "Well, I guess we'll put in a round pen to try to get him contained." So we started doing that, and they think, "Oh, he'll probably take off as soon as we start doing that."
No.
Didn't care.
No.
And I kept making the round pen smaller and closing it in, so he only had a 4-foot. He'd go in. He'd come in to get his food, no problem at all.
So
we had
an operation. That was
trailer, the truck, the tow truck.
unbelievable. Coordination.
Yeah. So a little bit of grain. He comes in. We close him up.
He was fine.
He was fine.
Weekend, I was like, I can't believe this horse is still loose, and my husband and I both work in the same office, and I looked at him and just said, we have to have this horse. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. And we went out and looked for him in the woods when they were looking. It's the day that the rescue announced that they had him, I put in my adoption application. So he started under saddle, and he's so good. Never put a foot wrong. This is what I think is the most special thing about him, is that he's completely trusting of people. And it's just, I don't know how he is, you know?
that amazes me.
He is a comedian, big time. He's just so engaging with people. He loves people. He loves doing things. He's curious. He's just amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Damn, my friend.
He's ridiculous.
You are bad. Yeah, so now you're gonna go for my zipper too, aren't you?
Does it make you want to get a horse after this,
Well, it's
Butch?
just like, I've never had horses, right? And this thing shows up, and he's like a puppy dog. You know, follows you around. I was like, man, I could get used to that. Big puppy dog.